Hey feasters, and welcome to episode 145. And today I'm going to put my coaching hat on for a few minutes, and together we're going to work through some things to be more confident. You ready? Come on, let's go. Welcome to the Ask Rezzz podcast. I'm Jason, and I'm here to help you get past those bumps in the road, those struggles, those things that hold you back from building an amazing and profitable freelance business each and every single day. And a few days ago, I posed the question to our Facebook group called Sustainable Freelancer, which, hey, by the way, it's free. Just search for it on Facebook and get in there if you haven't done so already. But the question that I asked was, what do you see as your biggest hurdle in growing your business? And somebody private messaged me instead of replying to the post itself, saying that their biggest hurdle is themselves. That this person was an introvert, or is an introvert rather, and always seems to have a problem with their confidence. Self-doubt always creeps in, and not sure really how to get away from that. So out of respect, because obviously this person didn't want to broadcast everything, I'm just going to refer to this person as he. But I did get approval to share this conversation on the show because this is something that I talk about and write about. And, I share with you listening to this, my own battles with it pretty frequently. So I thought that this would be a great topic of discussion to answer on the show. My initial response to him was that he does outstanding work, from my point of view anyway, and that he has nothing to lack confidence in. He delivers for his customers, he knows what he's doing, and, well, he's successful at it. But we can all get into our own heads a bit from time to time, including myself, regardless of how well everyone else sees us. I want to share with you a quote from Maya Angelou. I have written 11 books, but each time I think, they're going to find out now. I've run a game on everybody, and they're going to find me out. So you can see even the brightest minds, the most brilliant people get in their own way. It's easy to say, get over yourself and stop complaining, right? But getting that voice out of our head is much harder. So to solve anything, we have to understand it first. We have to know where it comes from, how it happens. My friend Mark Asquith, he's an amazing guy. He's smart, brilliant, awesome speaker. He's a podcast host of the 7-Minute Mentor and other podcasts as well. Definitely go check him out. He's an inspiration for me and this show, actually. Because what he did was he actually broke down this topic. He talks about it a lot as well, but where he highlighted things first was, where does self-doubt come from? It comes from a lack of skill, a belief, others saying things to you, your experience. I also want to add that it comes from a fear and worry about something or something not happening. Paying attention to others, it can come from. It comes from the influence your family has on you. And, it can come from a lack of knowledge of things too. I like Mark's approach to the topic because he essentially shared this thought. Ultimately, what is it that matters? What is going to go wrong if I fail? And yes, this is a better way of saying get on with it, but it did spark a thought and a tactic that I've used outside of my business world. And only in the past couple of years, I've closed that loop to bringing this into the business. I've started to anticipate what may happen when I approach things or start to feel that doubt creeping into my head. I start to anticipate what the results are going to look like, both bad and good. What are the roadblocks that may occur that, I can address right now, or at least think about them and know and plan ahead on how I'm going to respond to them. And I would encourage you to do the same. See, when I played baseball as a kid, my coaches would tell me, before the pitch is thrown, know what you're going to do with the ball before it gets to you. And this is something that made me better as a fielder. Look, we've seen the little kid playing ball, and when they get the ball, they run around like they've just figured out the meaning of life and don't have a clue as to what to do next, right? People are always screaming at them and stuff. But I did become a much better fielder because I would look around, see what the situation was, where the players were, how many opponents were on base, right? So that if I was playing second base and a ground ball was hit to me, with a runner on first base, what am I going to do? If the ball is to my right, throw it to second base. If the ball is hit slow enough to my left, I only have a play at first base. If it's a line drive to me, catch it and immediately throw to catch that runner off guard at first base. Because I've played all these various types of plays out in my mind, literally in milliseconds, when it does happen, I've taken all the thinking out of my head and just react to the play at hand. See, the thing is, I physically practiced all of these things every single day up until the game on the field. I've now practiced all those same plays in my head. And then when the pitch is thrown, all I have to do is just play it out. This year, I've obviously been doubling down on podcasting. As such, I've wanted to become a better interviewer for the other podcast, Live in the Feast, a better podcast host in general, and understand the performance of speaking. I've been learning a ton from so many people, so many public speakers, both past and present. And to be quite honest with you, if you listen back to episode 1 of this show or Live in the Feast, hopefully you can hear the difference. And that as I practice, my competency level goes higher. Now, Mark said it best. Confidence comes from competence. When you just start out doing anything, baseball, sales, development, podcasting, you're going to suck. But break the thing down to its most basic steps. Practice them, then progress. And as you progress, you'll get experience. It's a progression. You aren't going to be Babe Ruth the moment you say you want to play baseball. You aren't going to be Zig Ziglar when you start your own business because you have to sell for the very first time. You are going to be that little kid running around with the meaning of life in his hands. But break it down. Practice it. Anticipate those results, both good and bad, and how you are going to react when either of those things show up. As you progress and as you continue to get better, you'll become more competent. And as you become more competent, you'll gain that confidence because you've been there before. If you have a question, ask Rezzz. That's me, by leaving me a tweet, or head on over to AskRezzz.com and find all of the other episodes. Chances are you have a question that I've already answered. Until next time, it's your time to live in the feast.